North Korea's been developing increasingly large rockets for decades. It started work on this one, the No-dong, in the 1980s. It's got a range of 1,300 kilometres but isn't considered very accurate. That didn't stop North Korea selling them to both Iran and Pakistan. Well, Pyongyang then developed the Taepodong 1 and 2 rockets. They're both three-stage rockets with ranges of 2,500 and 4,500 kilometres. The Taepodong 1 was test-fired in 1998, but the launch was only a partial success, and the Taepodong 2 hasn't yet been successfully tested. That brings us to the Unha-3 rocket, which North Korea says is intended for launching satellites. But with a range of as much as 15,000 kilometres, it could also be used as a missile. A launch attempt in April this year failed when the rocket broke apart shortly after liftoff. This is the kind of satellite North Korea says it was sending up, but it's how the rocket comes down, which analysts say is just as important.
The focus is on whether or not the third stage was successful, because that is a key component. If North Korea is to nuclearize and miniaturize a warhead, potentially nuclear warhead, the re-entry vehicle in the third stage is a critical component.
So just how far can North Korea's rockets reach? The No-dong has a fairly limited range, so could only reach South Korea, Japan and China. But North Korea's medium-range rockets can travel further afield and reach many more parts of Asia. The Unha-3 rocket, though, brings North America and Europe into range.
This could be called a missile test, or it could be called the launch of a satellite. It's the same vehicle that's used in both cases. And that's why I think there's a certain double standard here. When North Korea does this, it's obviously, according to the United States, a missile test. But when South Korea or Japan launches its own missiles to put satellites in orbit, it's regarded as a peaceful demonstration of their technology.
Well, the launch was keenly watched in the region. South Korea and Japan had surface-to-air missiles at the ready, and along with the US, they both deployed destroyers to the area. Well, the US also had a reconnaissance aircraft on standby and its radar system in Taiwan on alert.